weight loss. Figure weight loss. Weight loss is not just about the appearance, it's also about your current health and future health. With us now is Dr. Adam Crawford. Crawford, welcome to the show.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Figure weight loss is different, and I do think when we talk about weight loss, a lot of times we think about superficial. I want to look better in my clothes. I want to drop a little weight. But Dr. Crawford, it's much more than that, isn't it?
Oh, for sure, for sure. The biggest component of weight loss that we try to tackle is the health aspect of it. You know, whether it be, losing weight to battle and chronic medical conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, losing a little weight before surgery, or just feeling better about yourself. You know, at the basis of it is all about health, all about health.
Well, tell me a little bit about figure weight loss. You've had a lot of success coming to Louisville. I'm excited about it. So a little bit about your history, if you would, Doctor.
Yeah, so we love to be down here. Our first office was up in Edgewood, Kentucky. It's been there a little over 10 years, but a very successful practice because I think that we're real with people. You know, we understand, we're in it with them. You know, we don't ask people to do anything that we don't do ourselves. You know, so it's very successful practice. But we decided to venture out, come to Louisville. We were getting several patients a week driving from Louisville up to see us, and like, well, Louisville's a nice city.
Yeah, there you go.
So let's go on down there and take our show on the road. So we've been here a little over a year.
Good, good. I hope you like it. So far, so good, right?
For sure.
So tell me, Doc, if you would, who is the typical patient for figure weight loss?
The thing about figure weight loss is we see anybody interested in losing weight, whether it be the morbidly obese patient who's had that discussion with their primary care doc that they need to lose weight to help them get their diabetes in check or to help their blood pressure, or they're going in to have a knee surgery and their doc won't touch them until they get their BMI down, all the way to people who just want to lose that last 5 or 10 stubborn pounds. You know, they're knocking their head against the wall saying, I just can't get that last 5 or 10 pounds off. We have a trick for them. We have some information that maybe they haven't thought about yet.
Yeah, and this is good, sound medical advice. It's all very safe. Tell me a little bit about the diet that's involved with figure weight loss.
Great question. So we actually, when patients come to figure weight loss, we try to get the idea of dieting out of their head. You know, diet, at least for me, implies temporary change you've made to lose a little weight. But once you go back off, once you enter back into life, well, the weight comes back on. So instead, we try to get people to focus on the word routine. You know, people probably get tired of hearing me say routine because it's all about trying to eat more to eat less. You know, incorporate a little more protein in your lives and just follow some rules about carbohydrates. So routine is the name of the game.
Interesting. So figure weight loss, though, safe. It's about really, it sounds to me like common sense combined with a lot of good education. Let's talk about medicines. Obviously, anyone who's watching now who's interested in weight loss, and there's a lot of us, they want to expedite the process. So medicines that you use?
So again, it's all about trying to get the patients into a routine. But as we know, getting into a routine and staying in a routine can be difficult. So we do employ appetite suppressants pretty liberally. The one we use mainly is called Phentermine, a medicine that's been out since the 50s. Kind of gentle, safe, effective. And if you use it the right way and respect it, it does just what you need it to do. And we put it as a secondary component to our practice. It's all about nutrition, but let's make staying in that routine easier. So we employ a dose of focus is what I call it.
There you go.
Dose of focus that helps you stick to the routine and be a little more consistent with things.
Dr. Crawford, I would think that your work is very rewarding because a lot of people have been looking for answers. They can't seem to. You've had a lot of success with this. So what do you hear from your patients? I mean, you're changing their lives for the better. They can be more active. They can feel better moving forward about their health. Tell me about what you hear from your patients.
So the coolest thing about it is people come in and I start off by saying, I'm probably not going to tell you a lot that you don't already know. I'm just going to maybe get a little more protein in your life, maybe watch the carbs just a little bit, and I'm just going to help you do it. I'm just here to help you do it. And I make a lot of friends. You know, that's why I love my job.
That's not a bad thing.
I like to make friends, and that's why we came to Louisville, so I can make some more friends in the Louisville area.
Okay, so figure weight loss, as we said, is very safe. It is effective. He's getting great results. There's a reason for their success. So if people are watching now, this resonates with them. They say, okay, I'm interested in the health. I'm interested in maybe losing 5, 10, 20, whatever the case may be. So how do they get started?
So the best way to get started is to visit our website. We do have 2 offices. The Wave 3 viewing public is far and wide. So, check the website to see what office works best for you, but it's figureweightloss.com. figureweightloss.com.
Dr. Crawford, we've talked a little bit about nutrition, about modifying your behavior, but I see here a medical evaluation. So on the safety side of it, what's that all about? What's involved?
So again, I call our program a three-headed monster. It's all about nutrition. We use an appetite suppressant just to help you out a little bit. But the part that really, I think, puts Figure Weight Loss ahead of other places to go to help you lose weight is that we're a medical practice. So I'm a medical doctor. My partners are. So we're going to take you apart from the day you enter, from your first visit, take you apart and put you back together. Not that people aren't already perfect, but there might be a genetic button. There might be an underlying medical condition that you don't know is there. So we are really aggressive in checking people's labs, making sure that there's nothing in their family history that's going to interfere with them hitting their weight loss goals.
Wow. You know what I find interesting? That when I hear you talking, I'm thinking about maybe loved ones. Perhaps someone watching the show say, I don't have a weight issue, but I have someone, maybe a spouse or a son, maybe an uncle, whatever the case may be. That conversation, what do you tell folks? Maybe a guy or a gal who are reluctant to see you, and they have a loved one who's saying, you've got to go see Dr. Crawford.
Because it's such a stigma to, it's the most personal thing you can talk about is somebody's weight. And it's, I think that there was one of the hurdles that, kind of entering this new profession for me, that's what I do, talk about people. So I get in there and get personal, but I don't think there's ever anyone that once you've addressed their issue that they don't eventually say thanks, because everybody wants a little help. Everyone. So if you've got a family member that, I think you could use, there's a little tack there, but you're never going to regret it.
I was looking at your resume here and your education, and it is extensive. What made you decide to get into this side of the medical industry?
Well, it's interesting because my training was initially in OBGYN, but I became the partner of the 9 of us that all of the people who wanted to lose weight gravitated to. So I wasn't doing as much surgery, I wasn't doing as much but I was helping people lose weight. And I'm like, you know what? This is what I really enjoy. This is what, and I have my own struggles. So this is where I'm comfortable. So Figure Weight Loss was right down the street from where I was working. And we came up with a relationship, and I worked there part-time for a couple of years, and this is my 3rd full-time year. So it just feels right.
Congratulations to you.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's your team there. That's a good-looking crew right there. That looks like you went to an ad agency and said, give me my team here. No, but that's a good-looking crew. And I see a lot of smiles. That's genuine because, again, you're changing people's lives for the positive.
I got the best job. Nobody else can get my job. I love it.
I love that. Okay, again, the new location is the South Hurstbourne Parkway. Let's put the information up on the screen here. And again, Doc, for those who'd like to get started, does it begin with a medical evaluation, maybe a consultation with you? Again, if you would remind me exactly how that works.
So our new patients will come in after completing some paperwork online just to get some preliminary information. At their first visit, we'll review the medical history, love to look at labs. I used to make fun of people who looked at numbers, but that's what my life is now, looking at numbers, and thorough physical evaluation. And then for most patients, we have them sent into a class because there's a lot of misinformation out there. A lot of people think that losing weight's harder than it really is. The plan is simple. I got to get you into a routine. It's hard to do. That's why we use all the other tools that we use. But basically, the first visit is the education evaluation.
All right. I like your approach. There are some parts about weight loss that actually are simple. It's not as hard as it may seem. I like that because we hear about the negative all the time. Dr. Adam Crawford, enjoyed the conversation. Again, Figure Weight Loss. Give them a call today. Get that evaluation. Lose that weight that you need to lose. As he said, as the doctor said, maybe it's 10 pounds. Maybe it's much more than that. Regardless, it's about your health. It is about your appearance. That's okay, too. Figure Weight Loss. All right. Coming up here, the